Good afternoon, Mr. Wilson. I'm Dr. Regina. The care home has asked me to come in to try to talk through some issues with you.
Issues? I have none.
Look, I'm brought in when there's a problem. Problems that are too big for this establishment to handle. Those games that you've been playing with all those nurses won't work anymore. It's game over.
Presenting us with a challenge. We like it.
Found it. I've never seen a file this extensive.
We do admire our work. It's our art. Sculptresses have statues, musicians have music. We have this. Mayhem.
Assaulting staff, theft, arson, joyriding. This isn't art. This is criminal and against the law. Criminals don't get exhibitions. They get sentences.
It's not me who keeps doing these things. It wasn't me.
Then, Mr. Wilson, would you care to share who it was? So it was you. Fascinating. It's all very interesting, the way you're able to shift between yourselves. The body language, the behaviour patterns, the vocabulary. It's all very different from one another.
I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself, Regina.
Yes, right. Moving on. Greg, I'd like to talk to you about your father.
What about him?
From what I can understand, Mr. Wilson, you and your father had rather a rocky relationship. Is that correct? This is cold. Look, Mr. Wilson, I understand that this is rather a sensitive subject, but communication is the key to the first step in getting better.
We are not sick. You can keep these juvenile Bandura methods of psychology to yourself.
Oh, colour me impressed. You know of Albert Bandura's work.
Yes, of course.
Well then, you know of his work on human behaviour. It's learnt through 3 steps: observation, imitation, and modelling. Whoever this second person within you is, learnt their behaviour from the way that your father treated you. Then began imitating the behaviour displayed. And then modelled themselves after him. Greg, when When did you first meet this friend? There's no judgment here. Please, Greg.
He came after my dad hit me a second time. A small voice in the back of my head. Nothing I couldn't handle. But as my dad's beatings became worse, the voice became louder. It was telling me that I'd be okay. That we'd get through this. It became a continuous cycle of beatings and the intensity of the voice growing, until one day my dad started beating me again. But this time it hurt more than usual. He was intent on hurting me. I blacked out. When I opened my eyes, I was stood over him, with a smashed bottle in my hand and blood on my shirt. I remember nothing after blacking out. Not hitting my dad or even how I got to that point.
Was the blood yours or your dad's on your t-shirt?
We believe it was father's. We made sure to beat him hard enough to break his arm. You hurt us, we hurt you.
Greg, have you ever heard of D.I.D? D.I.D, otherwise known as Dissociative Identity Disorder. This is when a person has two or more personalities in their head.
Okay.
I believe you have a severe case of this. Very severe.
We do not. We aren't another personality. We aren't a diagnosis. We are not an illness.
Another characteristic is memory loss, that due to one personality taking over. You were created from the trauma the original Greg has experienced. This trauma created a defense mechanism, that being you trying to hide from his father.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Shut your fucking mouth!
I'm sorry, Greg. This must be a lot to take in. But at least this is the first step in getting better, and at least we can help you get better.
Please help us.